Welcome back to Shift Your Sit, Kill Your Fear. My name is Mariel, and I'm really grateful that you are here today as we continue to move through our world reality within our minds, within our bodies, and within what is occurring around us. I intend that this finds you well, and that thank you from the bottom of my heart and soul that you make the time to really align to who you really are before the world told you who to be, before the masks, conditions, and programming that was never yours in the first place. How do we get more clear in our alignment? How do we follow more of our soul? Well, it's first to feel and see and witness all the things that are not you. Because from that space, everything becomes clear of who you really then are. So much of the world is fear-mongering or telling you how to do something to be enough or to be you. But all of that is just more noise. That's why meditation is so powerful. It's one of the most simple things that you can do, but also the most fearful for many people, because it's getting quiet, it's hearing the noise louder within, because nothing outside of you and gaining anything physically outside of you is going to strengthen the relationship of the internal you. And letting the mind do what it wants to do. We believe that the mind chatter is the problem. But what if the quote-unquote problem is that we believe it's a problem? So hear that again. The mind chatter is not the problem. Maybe it's the interpretation you have thinking it's the problem. So for example, mind chatter can lead to more efficiency in your life because you're learning how to dance with this almost battle, or whatever you want to call it, of the mind and the heart. At any moment the mind's chattering, you can pause and notice, and then come back to feeling your feet, to feeling your heartbeat, to connecting to your breath as an anchor. That's the point. It's not to have a silent mind or to clear your mind. With the group that I lead, with the meditation activations and shifting your shit in deeper mind and body, many people's response is, my mind never shuts off though. And that's a normal occurrence. That's the reason that we become more aware and conscious and meditate, not a reason to avoid it. Because again, if you're continuing to avoid it, suppress it, push it down, it's only going to continue to revisit. With this concept as well, I want to share with you a way of thinking today. To really sit with this idea that what if nothing was actually wrong with you? What if there was nothing to fix or to change? What if you truly believed at a deeper level that you are not a self-help book or exploration or project? What if everything that is going on for you right now is absolutely correct and perfect for you and your journey in this lifetime? What if you chose everything about you in this lifetime to experience? Even the mind chatter, intrusive thoughts, overthinking, perseverating, just to feel alive. And for a moment, what would it be like to not have to fix, change, improve, or believe that anything is truly wrong with you? Sit with that for a moment, even if you close the eyes or soften the gaze, and notice what shows up in mind and body. And maybe notice, when did you believe? When did you start to believe that something was wrong with you? And maybe a movie reel comes to mind, or maybe something shows up, and maybe nothing at all. Maybe a thought, mind chatter, a body sensation. And what would it be like to just allow it? Here we run through the fear. We don't run away from it. Because the fear is just an illusion. Even when you first learned that something was wrong with you, or you needed to continue to improve or fix or change yourself, is also an illusion. Maybe someone made a comment to you at some point in your life Maybe something occurred, an experience. And I want you to imagine right now if you were a newborn baby. No baby believes that they are a project or to be fixed or are wrong. But here's the thing is, what do you do with that extra spaciousness if you weren't fixing, changing, improving, questioning yourself, finding the next thing that will feel it's fixing something, like a quick fix, instant gratifications? What opens up? What possibilities open up without that internal pressure and discomfort and dis-ease that something's wrong with you? Maybe exhaustion isn't coming from your day-to-day things, but the beliefs of who you are not. Running the show instead of you running it. Can you place it down even for a moment in time, even maybe right now, together here? Can my breath feel more at ease and more spacious, more me? Can my body loosen, open? Can I lead with more love and more heart? If I can see and truly accept and love and embrace and trust myself that I am enough, and the concept of enough, which can be a loaded word, is again just a conditioned program illusion. I like to use the metaphor that regardless an ice cream flavor in the shop, if it's never chosen all day, the strawberry one's never chosen, but all the kids come in and adults and they're choosing chocolate and vanilla, the strawberry ice cream is never thinking it's not enough. It's just knowing that that flavor is not what the people today wanted. But it knows that it gets to embrace its strawberryness and just enjoy its own flavor. And that's the power. It's not thinking that it needs to fix or change or do anything differently. It's here to be strawberry, and it will enjoy its sweetness. And what would that be like for you to enjoy your sweetness more? And what if you knew that would benefit the world and the people in your life even more, for you to actually fully embrace all the things that show up through you? Even right now, saying, I am enough, just being in this moment right now, how does that land? And if any mind chatter is occurring or body sensations are showing up, okay, let it be. Let it do. That's all a kid ever wants, is just to, no matter if it's upset, they're upset or they're mad or they're sad or they're angry, really a parent, what they truly desire is just someone that holds space during it, not to fix it, not to change it, not to problem solve, but to be there in it. For them to know they're not alone. And that can be in silence. Even imagine right now you going through something, but someone's right next to you in silence. You're not even speaking, you're just being, and they get to just be. But so often we're also conditioned in programming to have to fix Also to feel like we're enough by doing an action or thing or saying even words. What if less is more? Just like meditation is so simple. Getting out in nature, taking a deep breath. The most simple, free things are the biggest reminders, maybe, of who we really be. And our silly strawberry ice cream is also a beautiful reminder that you are not your conditions or programs, and that if you were a brand new born baby, none of this enoughness would even be a thing yet. And so wherever shows up that you learned how to be enough by something besides you being you, we get to just put to the side for a moment. And I invite you to breathe in a breath free from that, even if it's just for this one moment. Breathing in, all of you. And exhaling through you, all that you be, as you just be. And imagine yourself as a 5-year-old, and all you're doing, regardless if they're happy, sad, angry, mad, you're just sitting next to them in silence. Because your presence is the biggest present you could ever give them. And that's what really meditation can be, is just a moment to remind the mind, body, soul, spirit, I'm here, regardless of what's going on in my mind, my body, my life. Let it be enough. And if that word is not landing, change the word. Let it be. Let it free. And take as long as you like with this breath, this new breath that you're breathing. And yes, it may come and go. But knowing you are whole and complete, knowing you are everything, this beautiful human experience. And all we are doing here is to remember. We knew exactly why we wanted to come here and experience this crazy life. But when we got here, we forgot it all. And so we get to remember. And right now we get to remember. And what a gift. Because we chose this life, we chose these experiences, we chose the way that the mind was working and doing, and we chose all the players, teachers, that maybe showed us something that we're not, to strengthen who we are. So whoever showed up for you, if it was someone that maybe led you to believe you're not enough, they are and were one of your biggest teachers. They came here to remind you what you're not, so that you would remember. So right now, even sending thank yous to them, because right now, because of them, you're strengthening who you really are. And I'm going to leave you here today so that you can really sit in this enoughness, or whatever word you want to replace with it. If I wasn't a project, if I didn't have to fix anything about myself, I'm not a self-help book. Who and what possibilities would occur for me? What do I do with that time, that freedom, that lightness? And maybe with that, I get to help others just by my own energy, that they also are free from the prisons of the mind, the labels, the conditionings, the masks. Imagine a layer of the snake shedding. And maybe something comes to mind that you're going to do now this week. Instead of reading another self-help book or another podcast, and even listening to me, you don't even need to hear these words. You already know them. What do you do with that? Do you create? Do you play? Do you connect? Do you go and serve in some way? Connect back to your play, connect back to your power, connect back to your presence, and let it guide you. That's the real you. Let it flow and let it go. As always, you got this. Sending you so much love. I'll see you next time.